What is up, my friends, and how's it going? And welcome back to the 9th episode of our Let's Play series as Parthia with your fellow comrade Summary. The daughter has come of age, some political intrigue, and some children have been born. Before we hop into the episode, let's take a quick look at our politics. Our other parties are quite loyal. Meanwhile, our characters are busy leveling up. That is great. This character over here, I can go ahead and give her some gravitas abilities. Meanwhile, we are in the process of also leveling up our other characters, so we're going to go ahead and improve the zeal of this character. And we can also improve the authority of this character. We are going to select this person in order to do it. Perfect. And this character is almost at 10 authority. And then we can start leveling up Ia. However, just a quick recap of what happened in the last episode. We took out the media Atropatkan, conquered the whole of the Mada province as well as Susa from them. And then we turned against Parsa, conquering Parsa and Gore. And right now we are the Shah of Shahs. There is no other dominant eastern faction. And the objective of this episode will be to kind of subjugate the Armenians. So without any further ado, let us hop right in to this theater. And as you can see, the Armenians have kind of garrisoned Tushpa a fair bit. However, we do have an army that is making its way towards the settlement. And it will go via this route. And we do have Horde 1 and Horde 2 close to Armavir. They are taking some attrition. However, we are going to stop that real quick. We are going to declare war and claim Armavir for ourselves. And the Seleucids are at war with them, so we can offer to join the war. It is high, so they will pay us for it. They will pay us quite significantly, I believe. 4,000, let's try 5,000, 7,000, still quite high. 9,000 is on moderate, 8,000, so there we go, 8,000 ducats to go to war against Armenia. And we are going to attack the settlement with our faction leader. I am going to go ahead and fight this battle, but I won't be showing it. It's against a standard garrison, so it shouldn't be too hard. And I will see you all after the battle is done. Alright, and with that we have conquered Armavir. And we are going to just peacefully occupy, I guess. Or we want to loot it. I think we just want to peacefully occupy it. Perfect, so we now have the first settlement. We are going to turn off the taxes over there. And our next target will be Koron, and then we will march towards our Samosata as well as Samosata. And then finally we will conquer Tushpa. So with that being done, I think we are done for this turn. There's nothing much else to do. Meanwhile, our provinces are looking quite good. Kath has 71%, Parni culture, Bukhara 47, Amul at or Haraiva at 64. We're looking at Parthia at 84 and Mada at 47. Meanwhile, Parsa is at 55% Persian culture. However, we are catching up. And quite soon we should be able to convert that province. So let's go ahead and end the turn, and I will see you all in the next turn. Alright, welcome to the next turn. Our family is popping out children as fast as they can. Meanwhile, we are also going to get the technology to get the craftsman quarters so that we can get some field artillery. Quick look at our provinces. We can upgrade the food settlements over here. Meanwhile, over here, I do want to go ahead and convert that into a warhorse breeding ground. And can actually go ahead and dismantle this. This does give me 2 + 5, that's 7 food. We are gonna go ahead and quite soon I do want to change that up. And I'm gonna leave it as such for now. Meanwhile in BAM things are looking good. Over here, this does give me +8 public order, so that is quite good. Meanwhile, Horde 1 Parthia has leveled up completely. We are going to move towards Koron, have a line of sight of what's going on over there. Going to move our other army up close. And a quick look at the diplomatic situation. They are a satrapy of Pontus, however they are at war with Egypt, so maybe, just maybe, we can offer to join the war against Karana. Egypt refuses. Let's pay them a little bit. And they accept. Wonderful. So we are going to go ahead and attack the settlement. The auto-resolve doesn't look so good. I mean, it is pretty good actually, 91%. So I'm just going to go ahead and actually auto-resolve this one. And then peacefully occupy the settlement once again. Quick look at our politics. Karana. They are all the way over here, so they shouldn't be able to reach us. Meanwhile, what we want to do over here, just stay put for now. This army is almost fully replenished, so I am going to put him on that patrol stance. And the next target will be our Samosata. And after our Samosata, we're going to try our level best to go attack Samosata and then finally Tushpa. However, with that being done, we are going to quickly even level up our army. Got pretty much everything over here. Movement speed for all light cavalry, that's not that useful. We have extremely heavy cavalry unit. The defense for all cavalry is quite good. Shots per minute for all heavy infantry. This is all infantry based. This is all light cavalry based again. None of these. Campaign movement is quite useful. Charge bonus is okay-ish, not that great. Of course, morale is not that big a deal, so we are going to go ahead and get these two. Then perhaps we can improve our campaign range. This one does give a bit more campaign range, so let's go ahead and select that one. And after that, we can have a quick look at our politics. Can educate this character, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, our influence is slowly growing. I do want to keep it at a high level because very soon we should get Imperium level 5, after which we can change our government type. And what I do need to do is actually improve the zeal of this character. That's good. And over here everything looks fine. Can improve the authority of this character. Let's go ahead and do that as well. She can't do it, but she can. Okay, perfect. And we need to also now improve the zeal of this character, after which we can go ahead and improve this character over here. But for now, we can send this character on a leisure to get that extra cunning. Perfect. And with that, I can also go ahead and end the turn, and I will see you all in the next turn. Welcome back to the next turn. We are going to attend the rival banquet. Some of our characters have leveled up, but we are just pumping out children, one after the other. Go ahead, get some skills for this general. That is important. Meanwhile, this army is recruiting up. They do have some nice cavalry unit, however, nothing as good as our own. And this character over here, can this guy reach all the way to Koron? I don't think so. I'm gonna have a quick look at the population. We are gonna move him back to Armavir for that bit of replenishment before we can move him back to Koron. Meanwhile, nothing much I can upgrade over here. I can increase this settlement. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Select this building. Meanwhile, over here, I can get that slave pens. And over here, I could upgrade this for my satrapy. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Get some food as well. Go ahead, upgrade this building. It's going to take 16 turns. I don't need to do that. Meanwhile, this army is full, so I am going to go ahead and attack our Samosata. They have a decent garrison. My auto-resolve won't be that good. 90% is still quite good. However, I am going to fight this out, and I will see you all in the campaign once I am done fighting out this battle. Welcome back to the campaign. We have won decisively. We lost a few units. However, we are going to peacefully occupy, which should give us a little bit of replenishment for this turn. And over here, we do have... Okay. So I don't really need to upgrade these buildings. Great. And pretty much nothing else to do for this turn, apart from a bit of politics, which we are going to engage in soon enough. Let's go ahead and engage in that politics. We have this character who can improve the zeal over here. This character is at maximum authority. So we are going to go ahead, just send this character on that vacation. Meanwhile, we can use this character to improve the authority of this character over here. Do have a lot of children, and our influence will soon rise. We might face a little bit of issues because of that. However, we are going to go ahead and deal with that as soon as we can. Meanwhile, just quickly checking if I turn on the taxes. In Mada, it is making 7,600 versus Parthia's 17,000. So it might seem like less. However, keep in mind Parthia does have 4 governor generals, which if I shift into Raga should be making a lot more income, because Parthia has some buildings that have maintenance added to them. Meanwhile, if we have a look at what's going on in Raga, there's pretty much no maintenance whatsoever, so it should make a lot more. And pretty much all of the buildings are, you know, are income generating buildings, so that's great. So yes, without any further ado, let us go ahead, end the turn, and I will see you all in the next turn. Alright, welcome to the next turn. Do have a lot of party loyalty due to that event. Meanwhile, we are going to level up some more characters over here. Go ahead, improve her authority even further. And improve this character's authority. And improve her cunning as well. That's great. Meanwhile, a quick development over here. Karana has managed to attack Samosata, and as such, they have kind of taken care of Samosata for us. So what we are going to do is, I'm going to see if I can peace treaty them. And it is high, so I am going to get a trade, some money out of them, if I can. Perhaps they won't accept 3,600. What about 3,000? Still no. What about 2,400? That should work. Perfect. So now we are at peace with Karana, and we can focus our entire attention towards Armenia. And what are we going to do over here is we are actually going to just position our guys to block this pass so that they cannot go either into Koron or our Samosata. And we are going to move Horde 1 towards Tushpa, like so. Maybe a little bit behind. We're going to move Army 1 towards Tushpa along the road. And the idea is to kind of pincer them, use my army, and use this guy to engage their units. Once we do that, things should be pretty good for us. With that, there's nothing much else to do in this turn. We have already engaged in politics, I believe. So I am going to go ahead, end the turn, and see you in the next turn when we are ready to subjugate Armenia. Alright, so the Armenians have decided to attack us. I don't really need to fight this battle. I can just quickly auto-resolve it. 88% is quite good. Let's go ahead and do that. And with that, we have killed some of the armies. Let's see what the other army does. We are going to go ahead and ransom off the captives. We do want to keep them happy. And hopefully I am in my own territory so I can replenish. Okay, welcome back to the next turn. Have increased in rank. Meanwhile, this army has kind of replenished and we can take some more abilities. So let's go ahead and do that. Perfect. Meanwhile, our main army, our siege army, can go ahead and attack the settlement. Before they do that, however, we can move this army to attack the Armenian stack. It is a very good auto-resolve, so I'm going to go ahead auto-resolve this one. Go ahead and ransom off all the captives. Quickly have a look at our auto-resolve over here. That 92%, that's quite high. However, I do want higher, so I am going to go move closer, see if that helps with the auto-resolve. 94%, so that's great. We are going to just simply auto-resolve this one. I know we haven't fought any battle yet in this episode, and I will rectify that, but for now, go ahead and subjugate Armenia. Great. So now with Armenia subjugated, what we can do is we can go for that trade agreement. They won't accept it. They do not like us, so what we can do is actually offer a payment, keep improving their relationship with us. Alright. Go ahead, keep paying them for that extra relationship. Wonderful, they're quite friendly. We can make them even more friendly with a little bit more payment. Perfect. 102, that's actually very good. What we can do is also get some army traditions for this character over here. Nothing much else, and we are slowly but surely going to give back Armenia all of its provinces. And meanwhile, we are going to march our armies back towards our territory. Okay. And let's see. Let's begin with giving them our Samosata. Go ahead, select that. And give it to the Armenians. So it should be sold in the next turn. And we're going to give them pretty much this entire province, and by doing that, we'll actually create a nice defensible northern border. Meanwhile, our character over here, they can recruit some Armenian troops. They do have some really good archers, so we could go ahead and get these Armenian heavy archers. They also have really good armor penetration infantry units, and I'm just going to compare them real quick with our own units. They do have this unit over here, 21 armor, not as good as our hoplite, but it is 300 men per unit, so that is quite good. They also have these guys, which is they do have that defensive formation, really good stats. And apart from that, they do have these Nakahar Torakitai, which are really good. And of course, their archers are quite good. Probably not as good as the Mauryan archers in terms of range, but definitely in terms of that armor, they are really good. And with the Mauryans, what I am pretty much going to do is I'm going to focus on their elephants. I could use the archers of Armenia, or I could go for their shock infantry. Their shock infantry is actually much better than our own. Even though our shock infantry does have 16 melee attack, it only has 8 melee defense and no shield value, so they can get hit by missiles pretty easily. And they only have 37 armor versus these guys who are complete badass. And not to mention, they do have more armor penetration damage as well as base weapon damage, so they are really, really strong. We could go ahead and get these guys. However, I'm not sure. These guys might come from the first class population. However, that being said and done, let's quickly go ahead and level up some of our characters. Perfect. We can also level up our spy. And go ahead, select these two abilities. And we can also improve the chance of assassination. And what else we can do is actually engage in some politics. So we do want to improve the authority of this, the zeal of this character. Well as we can improve the authority of this character, but this character can go ahead and get married. And then we want to improve her authority, as well as we want to improve the cunning of this character. So we are pretty much done as far as politics is concerned in this turn. And very soon we should get quite a lot of money from selling all of these settlements to Armenia. So yeah, without any further ado, let us go ahead, end the turn, and I will see you all in the distant future when I have recruited some extra armies. Now that I have a decent enough economy, I can get my 4th army. This 4th army will be a horde-based army once again, as I am keeping that 3:1 ratio between hordes and armies, siege armies that is. So yeah, I will go ahead, see you all in the future, and hopefully I will have my siege engines by then. Welcome back. We have moved many turns into the future, more than 10 turns. And pretty much what I have achieved during those turns is I have managed to make all of my provinces, maximized in Parni culture. And I have converted Transoxania over here into a secondary food province to help us with our food situation. Meanwhile, I have stopped taxing the capital province of Parthia, and I am converting it into a horse recruitment. I have researched a couple of technologies, especially in the construction and of course the economy. But for now, what I am trying to research is to get that royal stables by researching the cataphractoi technology. Currently, we are researching advanced cavalry tactics. And finally, what I have done is I have converted Mada into our economic province. And I have moved all of the governor generals into this province, and I have renamed them to Pathis to Raga instead of Vakabara. Pathis. Pathis is shorter as a name, and therefore should be easier to name our armies, our governor general Pathis. And Pathis is pretty much the last, I do believe it should be Pathish with a H. So let's go ahead and just edit that for all of these characters. Pathish. I'm guessing it kind of means a governor of sorts, so I am going to go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, another development that I have done is I have moved my armies towards the borders of the Seleucids. And pretty much we have Horde 2 Parsa over here, headed by the brother of our late faction leader. And I also have Horde 3 Mesopotamia. I have a completely stacked up siege army, Army 1 Parthia over here, ready to take on the capital of the province of Mesopotamia, which is Seleucia. And of course, my faction leader, Arsaces II, controlling Horde 1 Parthia. So without any further ado, let's have a quick look at our politics. Everything is looking fine. Our influence is slowly rising. Very soon we are going to hit Imperium level 5 with this massive invasion. And our characters meanwhile are completely leveled up, as you can see, and they do have a bunch of influence and gravitas. So that is really great. Meanwhile, we are also educating all the children that we have, with the exception of the bastards. So let's just quickly check if we can educate another character, and we can educate Tehran, as well as we can educate Napuku Drahakara. Okay, let's see if we can educate anyone else, a non-bastard preferably, and that's about it. Meanwhile, as far as economy is concerned, as you can see over here, Mada is making 26,000 gold per turn and our net gold per turn is around 20,000. However, we do have 360,000 approximately in our treasury. Meanwhile, our satrapies are doing quite well. They are very friendly with us. And we are going to declare war against the Seleucids. If you might remember, I did have a defensive alliance as well as trade agreements and a military access with the Seleucids. I have gone ahead and cancelled all those treaties in anticipation of this attack. And pretty much just a quick look at our army 1, which is our siege army. We have the 2 Mauryan Tower elephants. It took me a bit of a while to kind of fix that. So apparently Zranka doesn't get access to Indian elephants, even though they build the elephant building, the exotic stables as it is known. However, with their infantry building, they get access to Indian infantry units, and this is going to be corrected in the next upcoming Divided Impera patch, because Zranka should not really have access to Indian units. However, that has not been changed with the 1.3.1 update, so they do have access to Indian units, which is why I hired a lot of Indian units such as Mauryan bowmen from the Zranka. And in anticipation of that, or in keeping that in mind, I did think that Zranka would offer me Indian elephants. However, they cannot offer me Indian elephants. And unfortunately, I had wiped out the Mauryans thinking that I could rely on Zranka to provide me with Indian elephants. And since they were not providing me with Indian elephants, I got out of the game actually, and I created a submod that would allow me to recruit Indian elephants from them. And that's how I have these Mauryan Tower elephants from them. Meanwhile, I have changed my infantry type to have the Greek colonist hoplite as well as the Armenian legionaries. I have gone in favor of the Armenian legionaries, even though I had previously mentioned about their armor penetration Nakahar units. And the reason being is the Nakahar are actually first class population. And these units will be used to scale the walls, so they will be doing a lot of the fighting on the ramparts and soaking up a lot of the missile damage, so I don't really want to lose first class population. Meanwhile, I have replaced all the cavalry in this army into noble horse archers, as horse units are pretty useless, especially in city sieges, as they can't do much. So I have gone for that hybrid horse archer and lancer kind of a unit, so they will be useful in shooting at the walls. Meanwhile, I have replaced my Armenian archers with the Mauryan Reform longbowmen, as the Mauryan Reforms have fired. I can go ahead and get these guys. They don't have as much armor as the Armenian counterparts, however they do have better range and better missile damage, so they are quite good. And last but not least, we have got our Lithobolos as well. Eventually, what I would want to do is I would want to kind of let's see if I can see over here. No, I can't. But eventually what I would want to do is I want to build our own infantry barracks and rely on our own Parthian archers. I do believe they have 200 units per 200 men per unit, and they have better armor. Not as much range, of course, as the Mauryan longbowmen, but better armor, and so they should be good at soaking up damage. However, without any further ado, let us quickly hop into the war. Initiate the war with the Seleucids, who have kind of expanded. They have conquered the entire province of Yehuda. That means they took out Jerusalem, of course Tyre, as well as Salamis. And the Egyptians are kind of like on the back foot, so we are going to play a little bit of Divide et Impera over here. Offer the Egyptians to join the war against the Seleucids, and they have agreed. And because they have agreed, they might give me a trade agreement. And no, they refuse to give me a trade agreement. So I am actually going to break off all my treaties with the Medevi. Hopefully try to get some trade agreements with the Egyptians. They are friendly with us. And in the next turn, we should be able to establish a trade agreement with them. However, without any further ado, let us hop right into these battles. We are going to immediately attack the Seleucids. They do have a very decent army over here. So So I won't be able to take the whole of Mesopotamia in this turn. However, what I can do is I can take Hatra first. We'll go ahead and move Horde 3 Mesopotamia towards Hatra. Excellent. I could auto-resolve, but I haven't yet shown a battle in this episode, so I am going to fight all of these battles, after which I will go ahead and end the episode. Meanwhile, we can move even Horde 1 Parthia towards Charax, and this is a absolute blitzkrieg going on over here. And now that I am at war with the Seleucids, what I could do also is I could invite my satrapies into this war. And the Armenians accept. How about the Bactrians? They are on low because I'm guessing they like the Seleucids quite a bit. Well, they will never join. And Zranka perhaps will join. They are on moderate, but they reject, so I'm going to pay them a little bit. And the reason I do this, as I have mentioned in the previous episode, it does help with that loyalty. As you can see, they are 124 loyalty, which is extremely friendly. Bactrians really don't want to join the war, and obviously our most loyal vassal is actually our most recent one in Armenia. And our most disloyal one is Bactria, which was one of our first satrapies. So let's go ahead and begin our conquest from bottoms up. And after that, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode. But pretty much after we do this, we will have the historical extent of the Parthian Empire. Basically the whole of Persia, including these two who are satrapies, as well as having a satrapy in Armenia. Parthia did fight for the vassalhood of Armenia between the Romans, and many times in history Armenia kind of changed hands. Sometimes they were Roman vassals, and the other times they were Parthian vassals. And meanwhile, Parthia also did own Charax as well as Seleucia, which is known as Ctesiphon, I believe, or it's another city in the vicinity. And sometimes Parthia had pushed all the way into Palmyra, Dura, conquered Hatra, Edessa, maybe even Thapsacos, and they launched many raids into the Roman Empire. However, enough waffling, and let's jump right into the Battle of Charax. Gonna quick save over here. And I am going to assault the city, and I will see you all in the battle. Alright, welcome to the battle. Since we don't have much time, I have gone ahead and deployed my army in that standard nomadic horse archer fashion. And the enemy units are going to sally out and try to attack us in the open, which is even better for us. What I am going to do is actually kind of move my melee cav a little bit behind, since they don't really need to be there. We are going to keep firing at these enemy units. Go ahead, position these units sideways. Meanwhile, the main enemy cavalry is coming out to meet us. So we are going to move behind. We're going to keep moving away from the enemy cav. Move up our cataphracts in order to charge the enemy cav. The enemy cav has taken a significant amount of damage. We can move our cataphracts up here as well. Go ahead, keep moving our horse archers away from the battle. Meanwhile, these cataphracts can go ahead and charge at the enemy unit. Group 3 can go ahead, hit that unit. Group 2, move up. And let's have a look at this charge. They're going to get absolutely destroyed. Wonderful, we are going to move our cavalry out of there. And we have taken 1 damage from friendly fire. It's not very ideal. Actually, 2 casualties from friendly fire. And we are going to move our horse cavalry behind in anticipation for that second cavalry unit. Move both of our cavalry into that charge. Meanwhile, we can put Group 2 on Cantabrian Circle. And Group 2 can fire at this heavy hoplite. Group 3 can fire over there. And with that, we should wipe out this cavalry as well. Perfect. Lost another unit to friendly fire. Gonna move ahead. Move Group 4 slightly behind. Move our general ahead as well. And we are going to inspire the entire army. Perfect. Now we can move our cataphracts to this corner and try to take care of that landing party. Gonna move our cataphracts all the way into the city and try to hit the enemy from behind. Meanwhile, our horse archers are dealing some significant punishment to the enemy units. We can move these guys around so that they hit the enemy units in the flank. And with that, these units are pretty much done and dusted. There's nothing much these guys can do against a horse archer army like the one we have. It's an extreme elite army. Can actually move our cataphracts back here. These guys can go ahead, charge that unit. You can go ahead, charge this unit. Go ahead, Group 4. Shoot at that unit. Group 3, move behind. Group 2, you're doing well. However, I do want you to focus on this unit. Perfect. Our other cataphracts are busy routing the enemy unit. Go ahead, move these guys behind. Charge with these ones. And Group 6, are you close enough for that charge? Perfect. We can charge with our general as well. That should take care of those units. Group 4, come up close, hit these units. Group 2, Group 3, hit that unit. Smack. Gonna inspire again with our general. Group 3, keep moving behind. Group 5, hit that unit. Move all of these guys behind. Hurry up.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Path of least resistance. You have to hurry up. Lost one cavalry unit of our general. Meanwhile, over here, this unit can pull behind. Group 3. Group 4.
We are at your command. One of our units has used all its
Get
ammunition.
a cavalry out of there. Our cataphracts as well. You gotta keep moving, or else you're gonna take a significant amount of damage. This unit is losing decisively. Meanwhile, I am going to surround this unit over here. Group 4, go ahead, attack those archers. Group 3 has done well. We just have a couple of spear units that we have to deal with. They are marching slowly out towards us. Shouldn't be much of a problem. Meanwhile, over here, the enemy missile units are going to get caught.
One of our units has used all
Move
its
Group 3 behind. Group 5, are you done over there? You are, so we are going to move you here. Group 2, you're going to go ahead, charge this unit. Group 4, go ahead. Slow down, slow down. Group 4, go ahead, charge real quick. These units are absolutely confused and they are going to get charged from all directions. Wonderful, that unit is done. So we are going to move Group 5 over here. Move our horse archers behind somewhere over there. These horse archers can come here.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Meanwhile, this is a phalanx unit, so I could charge him from behind. He is moving towards our general. He's quite confident he might reach the general in time. However, he is going to be unpleasantly surprised. Go ahead, charge the back. Go ahead, charge over here. Confused, absolutely confused. Taking massive damage. Group 4, you can. Group 2, move out. Sort of kind of clear this out real quick. Group 4, go ahead, charge the back over there. And now you can go ahead, charge over here. Nope. Yep, go ahead, charge. They turned around. Perfect. Big damage over here. Group 6. And the general can move over here as well. Go ahead, move our horse archers behind. Get these guys over here. Perhaps they can charge the rear of the enemy. Group 5. 6. Okay, let's have a quick look what these guys are doing. They are faced in the wrong direction. And go ahead and charge over here. Get group 5 a little bit closer. These guys can charge into the backs of those units. And they will rout. Oof, massive charge. Look at all those units fall. And with that we have won the battle. See you all in the next battle. Okay, with that we have conquered Charax, our very first region in Mesopotamia. We are going to go ahead and raise the settlement. We do want to quickly convert this as well as repair all the buildings. We are going to focus on converting Mesopotamia into a food province. I'm sorry. After which we can stop taxing in Transoxiana and convert it into a resource and research province. Now with Charax taken over, let us fight the Battle of Hatra, and I will see you all in that battle. Welcome to the battle. Once again we have deployed. Gonna move our armies up front. Group 2 can come somewhere like this. Group 3 here. Cataphracts a little bit behind. These cataphracts behind as well. Group 4 go all the way out there. And they are moving forward with their archers. So I don't really want to waste my ammunition on archers. What I am going to do is try to encircle them. Try to hit them from behind if I can. Get a cataphracts. The enemy horse units are going to get hit first, so they are probably going to charge into the flanks. Okay, meanwhile, these enemy units have kind of like blobbed up a little bit. Get them a bit closer. Get a cataphracts maybe in that direction. Perfect. Now we can move group 3 close. Get our general over there as well. Okay. Move our cataphracts behind. Group 4 come a bit closer. These cataphracts can also come a bit closer. Meanwhile, group 2, I want you to move behind. Get a cataphracts to kind of intercept that enemy unit. And what do we have here? Yet another medium cavalry.
Our general is under attack.
Get our general behind after he inspires everyone. Go ahead, charge over here. Group 2, stop your fire at will. Move around. Group 5, you can get away. Group 2, you can start your fire at will once again. Group 3, move out, hurry up. Not into the not into the hoplites, please. General can charge that unit. Meanwhile, Group 2 can come further behind. Group 4, you're doing well. Now I'm gonna keep moving you around the enemy unit if I can afford to do so. Group 3, what's going on with you? Perfect. Move these guys out, get a Charax into those units. Quick look at Group 3, all looking good. General has done with this unit. Can go ahead and charge this unit now. Group 2, you can stop firing. Group 2 managed to kill some of our own units. Get our general behind. Bad charge over there. Group 2, go up ahead. Charax, get out of range. Group 2, you can begin your fire at will. General did manage to get out of there without taking any damage. Okay, Charax number 6. And these guys will now get demolished by a Charax. Gonna go ahead, move Group 2, split them up into 2 groups, try to hit the enemy in the flank. Same with Group 3. Get these guys over here. Group 4, you're doing quite well. Group 2, I want you to hit these units, not those. We are doing quite a bit of friendly fire actually. I'm gonna go ahead, inspire once more. Stop firing at those units, Group 2.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Group 6, move up. Group 3 can stop.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, Group 4, you're done. Group 3, come up close. Effectively surrounded these units. These units can hit those ones.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Group 3. Perfect. Meanwhile, a Charax can come over here. This battle was fought really well. Oops, move behind. They do have a charge. Go ahead, hit that unit in the flank. Go ahead, charge this unit now before it can form up. Wonderful. Beautiful. Go ahead, charge this unit behind. And it is going to turn around. Get confused a little bit. Perfect. Oops, move our general away. Move these guys away too. You're on skirmish mode yet. For some reason, you don't want to. Hey, get these guys here. Group 2, you're done well. Group 4, move back over there. Group 6, you can come here. Quick look at these units. Group 6, come here. Group 5, come close to the battle as well. You can wrap up the enemy units over here. These guys can... These guys can hit here. Convince these guys to turn around. They won't be able to do so in time. Perfect. Group 3, come back. Group 2, you can come back here as well. Really nice. Cataphracts over here can kind of be here. We are gonna fast forward a little bit. Not too much. And now we can slow down the battle. These cataphracts, will they... These guys, are they turning around? Group 2, go ahead, attack. Cataphracts, oops, you are gonna get pincered over here. Go ahead, charge this unit. Charge this unit as well. Perfect. Good wipe. And we have pretty much lost units only to friendly fire. Get group 3 up close. Group 2, group 4 as well. These 3 guys to charge. Alright, they are turning around, that's great. Spread them out a bit. We are going to charge with group 3 and 4 at the same time. Select these 3 units, put them here. Select these 2 units, put them here. These units turn around, they're going to get hit pretty hard. These units are turning around, they are also going to get hit pretty hard. Wonderful. Beautiful charges, no like damage whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead, end the battle, and I'll see you in the next battle. Okay, that is region number 2 in Mesopotamia. I'm going to go ahead and once again sack the settlement. Or raise it rather, sorry. And with that, we have reached Imperium level 5, so that is great. I'm gonna go ahead, build a farm as well as a temple to help with that cultural conversion. We are at 25% for now, and that is because I have actually deployed all of my dignitaries in the province. And they will help culturally convert the province. I could switch on or off the taxes, however, I'm going to leave it on for now because our public order is so great. And without any further ado, let us fight this last battle. It's going to be a siege battle with our new siege army. I'm going to quick save over here, hop right into the battle and see you all over there. Alright, welcome to the battle. I have already deployed, and what I have done is selected my Armenian legionaries, given them the ladders because sword infantry does better on the walls. Quick look at our Armenian legionaries, designed by Cam, looking really good. I have turned off the fire at will, and I have turned off the melee mode because they will be fighting on the walls. Meanwhile, in between them, I do have 2 units of Greek settler hoplites, and they are also looking quite good. Their job is going to be to burn down the gates and then enter phalanx formation and... it seems like I have mispositioned. This is not a gate. I have made a mistake. I will rectify that soon enough. What I could do is I could put them all in on this side. This is a better side. Yep, let's go ahead and actually do that real quick. So get our 2 guys over here. These 2 guys can be behind over here. Meanwhile, our hoplites, turn you around. Group 7, you're here. Group 6, you're gonna be over here. Now this is not that good of a gate, but it is the best gate we got, I think. Yes, so yep, we're gonna put group 6 over there. Gonna go ahead, put my archers in front, elephants behind, get our siege or field artillery behind, get our own Parthian noble horse archers over there, our general behind, And that's everyone. And now we can have a pretty good look at the units. They are facing away from the sun now. So it's going to be a little bit hard to see it. However, I'm quickly going to go ahead. As you can see here, we have the Mauryan Reform Longbowmen. Really nice looking unit, designed by, of course, Sergeant Meme Suraj and myself. Behind them, we do have another hoplite unit to take advantage of the breach in the wall. And finally, behind them, the cream of this siege army, the Mauryan Tower Elephants. These guys are absolutely insane. For those of you who have seen my Mauryan video, you will know that these guys can absolutely dish out some punishment. And of course, we do have our Lancer hybrid horse archer unit. And they will be quite useful because they can also use their missiles. So without any further ado, let us quickly start the battle, hop right into the battle. And the enemies do not have that. Straight off the bat, our Mauryans have begun firing. We are going to move our Mauryan Reformed Longbowmen in the front. Quickly move our hoplites towards that wall, towards the gate. Move these swordsmen behind those. And select the other swordsmen, hit on that right key. Swordsmen can slowly march. I don't want them to run into position. Meanwhile, these hoplites can come quite close to the walls. And we are going to deploy our siege equipment over here. Get these hoplites to the walls. They can run because there's no real reason for them not to. Meanwhile, we can move our elephants behind those towers as well. This is a really good way to attack the enemy unit. We are going to move our horse archers up front. As you can see, some of the units already are quickly retreating. Archers are taking a bit of damage, and that is why I like the armor on the archers. However, it is what it is, and they're not taking too much damage. They do have 200 men per unit, so they should be able to survive quite well. Meanwhile, our elephants are closing in, so they should be able to fire also soon. Great, our horsemen are in position. We are going to activate that Cantabrian Circle. Cantabrian Circle allows them to fire a lot faster, and at the same time, why haven't they activated their Cantabrian Circle? I think it's because of all this mess over here. We are going to pull them behind a little bit. Get our general up close. And slowly but surely our units are approaching the walls. Move our horse archers behind. What are you doing? Deactivate the Cantabrian Circle. For some reason that's bugged. Go ahead, quickly activate the hoplite phalanx for our hoplite units over there. These hoplite units can run up. This ladder is a bit bugged out. We're gonna reselect that order. Keep moving them, come on. One of our swordsmen is scaling the walls. And put our second swordsman to support him quickly. Get our hoplites really close to the gates. We're gonna go even closer. And now our horse archers should be fine to do that Cantabrian Circle. Meanwhile, over here, I can begin bombarding this segment of the wall.
Infantry ready! At the ready! Melee infantry! Engage! Orders, my lord!
Go ahead, charge over there, go up. Hoplites can go in that phalanx formation, start to burn down the gates. Go ahead. Horse archers can go in Cantabrian now. That's weird. Don't know why they're bugged. However, it is what it is. Artillery is nearly done breaking these walls, and that means our elephants should soon be able to enter the city, after which it is pretty much a done and dusted deal.
The walls are breached.
Go ahead and activate the fire at will. So when our legionaries on the top secure the ramparts, they will start to throw the javelins onto these unfortunate people down below. Meanwhile, our gates are burning quite well. It's at 43%. We are going to attempt to make another breach in the walls, slightly bigger, so that our elephants can get across.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Fantastic over here.
We await your orders.
Soon, we should breach the walls, after which we can hop right into the city with our elephants. Hoplites, keep burning down those walls, those gates, I mean. 66%, so almost there. Group 5, you're gonna keep attacking this unit.
The walls are breached.
Perfect. And the walls have been breached, so we are gonna charge in with our elephants real quick. Through that breach. Get our horse archers over here. Normal archers over here as well. Deactivate the phalanx mode. Get our elephants charging into the city.
Ready to march.
Go ahead, charge down all our units. Pin down the enemy troops. Our elephants can slowly but surely move into the city. This is only a light hoplite. We're gonna go ahead and charge into it. Go ahead, keep charging our elephants. Armenian legionary is doing really well. Our entire elephants as well, doing some really massive damage. Meanwhile, our horse archers can hit those units.
In our favor.
Move the elephants out of there. Quickly charge into this unit. Some big damage. This unit shouldn't be able to hold up. It is a light hoplite unit, so they will take some damage. Gonna quickly move our elephants to hit those units again. They are heavier hoplites. Big damage over there. Get our horse archers out.
One of our units has used
Elephants can go ahead and charge back into that unit. Keep cycle charging the unit. Massive damage over here. Good stuff. We are nearly done with this battle, and as such with the episode as well. Gonna quickly move across. Get our horsemen over here. Move our elephants across. Get our Armenian legionaries to kind of attack that hoplite unit.
One of our units has used all its ammunition. Elephants ready for battle.
Get our hoplites all into the city. Push them here. Meanwhile, move our elephants to hit that archer unit. Armenian hoplites are slowly making their way towards this final phalanx unit. We do have another one on that side. We are going to move our cavalry around.
Advance at speed!
And I don't really
One
need
of our units has used all its ammunition. Forward! Riders!
to engage those hoplites. All I need to do is just throw my pila at them. Meanwhile, these hoplites can form into one group. Remove the phalanx formation, get them all quickly into formation over here. Elephants have done their job quite well. Go ahead, throw your pila at these guys. Big damage, they decide to turn around at the right moment. Once their pila is completely exhausted, we are going to charge at them. And then we're going to move our elephants towards over here. Elephants have lost a couple of units thanks to the towers. And as you can see, the enemy units are quickly routing. We are going to push up with our hoplites. And with that, we are winning the battle. See you all in the campaign. Okay, down goes the garrison of Seleucia. We are going to go ahead again, raise this settlement. And with that, we have conquered the historical extremities of the Parthian Empire. Quickly gonna go ahead, select this for that extra growth rate. And yeah, pretty much with that, I am done with this episode. And definitely, we really fought really well. I mean, we just lost a few units over here. Lost again just a few units over here. Nothing that we can't deal with. And very soon in the next episode, we can continue our offensive on the Seleucids. Anyways, I thank all of you for watching the video. Hope you all enjoyed. And if you liked the video, please like the video. And don't forget to subscribe if you are interested for more. Peace and love.